Well, you the one talking about. I guess
I think your fake eyelashes are messing up.
No, ain't nothing.
Hold on.
Listen.
Reps Marjorie Taylor Greene, RGA, and Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, DNY, got into a heated argument during Thursday night's House Oversight and Accountability Committee hearing after the fiery Republican accused Representative Jasmine Crockett, DD Texas, of wearing fake eyelashes. The statement, which came during a markup to find Attorney General Merrick Garland in contempt of Congress, caused the lawmakers to yell over each other and hurl insults left and right for almost an hour, making Chair James Comer, R. Kai, struggle to keep the committee in order. The decision on whether to allow Greene to continue speaking during the hearing was the culmination of the pandemonium on Thursday night, and the panel finally decided to give it by a vote of 22 to 20. During the hearing, Reverend Lauren Boebert, R. Colo, a former adversary of Georgia Representative Greene, voted against allowing the lawmaker to continue. During the vote, Boebert was seated 2 seats apart from Greene. At one point during the hearing, Greene said, "I hope you brought your popcorn." Republicans filed a motion to find Attorney General Garland contemptuous after he refused to provide the audio tape of President Biden's interview with Special Counsel Robert Hur, even though they already had the text of the exchange. Over the audio, Biden asserted executive privilege. Just after 11 p.m. EDT on Thursday, the vote, which followed the House Judiciary Committee's actions by hours, passed 24-20 along party lines. The Attorney General's contempt will now be put to a vote by the entire House. When Greene questioned if any Democrats on the panel were hiring Judge Juan Merchan's daughter, who is in charge of supervising former President Trump's hush money trial in Manhattan, mayhem broke out at Thursday night's oversight hearing. Republicans and Trump have taken aim at the judge's daughter because she works for a progressive digital business. The Oversight Committee moved up the start time of its Thursday contempt markup from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. to allow many Republican panel members to attend Trump's Manhattan trial. First-term Congressman Crockett said, "Please tell me what that has to do with Merrick Garland," then added, "Do you know what we're here for?" Greene shot back, "I don't think you know what you're here for. I believe that what you're reading is being obscured by your false eyelashes."
Dare you attack the physical appearance of another person?
Are your feelings hurt?
Her words down.
Aw.
Oh, girl, baby girl.
Oh, really?
Democrats were incensed by the remark. Rep. Jamie Raskin, Madden, the ranking Democrat on the committee, said, "That's beneath even you, Miss Greene," while Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez cried out, "That's disgusting." Greene's remarks were removed by Ocasio-Cortez, who referred to them as absolutely unacceptable. She went on, "How dare you disparage another person's physical appearance?" "Are you feeling wounded?" Greene answered. "Oh, girl, oh, baby girl, don't even play," Ocasio-Cortez lashed back, causing Greene to reply, "Oh, really, baby girl?" The back and forth caused a brief lull in the action, while Comer made up his mind. Upon their return, Greene offered to retract her remarks, but Ocasio-Cortez insisted that she apologize to Crockett. As a result of their disagreement, Greene proceeded to trash the New York Democrat. "She ought to apologize," Ocasio-Cortez declared. Greene shot out, "I'm not apologizing," to which Ocasio-Cortez shot back, "Well then, you're not striking your words." "Why don't you challenge me?" Greene inquired, replying, "I think it's pretty self-evident," was Ocasio-Cortez. Greene shot back, "Yeah, you don't have enough intelligence," which infuriated Democratic leaders. Greene, a Republican from Georgia, consented to Ocasio-Cortez's swift attempt to retract his intelligence statement. However, she reiterated her refusal to apologize, which led to further unrest. Not too long later, Greene said again, "You will never get an apology out of me. I owe you no one." Minutes later, more chaos broke out, as Crockett questioned if making a hypothetical remark that seemed to be a subtle barb at Greene would violate congressional precedent. Crockett added, "I'm just curious, just to better understand your ruling," alluding to a decision Comer had rendered over Greene's remarks. That would not be engaging in personalities, would it? If someone on this committee then starts talking about somebody's bleach blonde, bad-built butch body? Rep. Anna Paulina Luna then intervened in the fracas, requesting that Crockett's remarks be taken out of context. Crockett responded, "I'm trying to get clarification," which caused Luna to shout, "Calm down," several times. "Don't tell me to stop talking." Crockett answered. "Slow down," Luna snapped back. "You have lost all control." "You're gonna have a problem if I come around and talk shit about her," Crockett said. "I have no idea why you're behaving that way. It's not adorable," Luna shot back. Raskin joked that Democrats could revive their move to postpone the meeting at one point, stating, "I think these 17-hour days might not work for us." Luna said, "Something about working, huh?" At that time, Rep. Dan Goldman, DNY, entered the discussion. "Yeah, maybe showing up for a vote," he said, ostensibly in reference to Luna's absence from the Capitol on Thursday afternoon following her appearance with Trump at his Manhattan hush money trial. Luna retaliated by referring to Goldman as a trust fund kid. The raucous stretch of the hearing, which began roughly 30 minutes into the proceedings, finally came to an end after the panel voted to allow Greene to continue speaking.
I really don't care what David Cameron has to say. I think that's rude name-calling, and I don't appreciate that type of language. And David Cameron needs to worry about his own country, and frankly, he can kiss my ass.
Republican Marjorie Taylor Greene of Georgia has garnered notice on many occasions due to her outrageous actions and remarks, given her reputation for extremist ideas and conspiracy theories. She has come to represent extreme right-wing ideology in the U.S. Congress. Her actions, nevertheless, much above what a statesman should be expected to do. Greene routinely degrades others by disseminating provocative and insulting remarks on social media and in public. Despite the many accusations of fraud and criminal conduct against Donald Trump, Marjorie Taylor Greene remains an avid supporter of the politician. Her dissemination of erroneous allegations of election fraud and other conspiracies intended to undermine the democratic process is blatant evidence of her allegiance to Trump. Furthermore, Greene does not hesitate to use strong language. In fact, she frequently turns her statements into personal jabs at her opponents, which is inappropriate for a congresswoman. Political decorum and respect for the establishment of power are seriously jeopardized by Greene's conduct. Her actions put the nation's democracy at jeopardy and cause political instability. Rather than serving her constituents and advancing their interests, Marjorie Taylor Greene is endorsing someone whose activities have consistently jeopardized the nation's law and order and spreading hate speech. Considering all of these things, Marjorie Taylor Greene ought to be fired right away. Her actions are inconsistent with what is expected of a representative of the people, and her endorsement of the lawbreaker and renegade Trump erodes public trust in American democracy. Eliminating Greene would be a significant step in preserving U.S. democratic institutions and reestablishing standards for political discourse.
I'm just curious, just to better understand your ruling, if someone on this committee then starts talking about somebody's bleach blonde, bad-built butch body, that would not be engaging in personalities, correct?
Jasmine Crockett destroyed an annoying fan of Trump criminal Marjorie Taylor Greene in one of her sessions. Democratic Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett doubled down that right-wing firebrand Marjorie Taylor Greene is racist, and warning the Georgia Congresswoman, "Don't come for me," after Greene attacked Crockett's appearance in a late-night hearing. Crockett, who is black, went on CNN's State of the Union Sunday, where she was asked about Greene ridiculing her fake eyelashes in a hearing to hold Attorney General Merrick Garland in contempt of Congress on Thursday. "I think her specifically doing it to me, yes, that was the intent," Crockett responded to a question by moderator Jake Tapper about whether the attack was racist. "Women wear all types of things to beautify ourselves, but MAGA has historically been on social media doing the things where they're saying, 'Oh, she's black with lashes and nails and hair, and so she's ghetto,'" Crockett said. "To me, this was her buying into that rhetoric and trying to amplifying this for the MAGA crowd. And so, yeah, I absolutely think that she only did it to be racist towards me," Crockett added. "It is buying into a racist trope, but the reality is that women of all colors wear lashes," Crockett said. Crockett said Greene faced no punishment for her attack during the hearing, so she does not anticipate there to be consequences. I think the speaker should be inclined to try and rein her in after trying to kick him out of his position. But they just let Marjorie do whatever she wants to do, and I think this was the first time that someone actually said, "No, you won't just treat me whatever way you want to and get away with it." Greene went after Crockett's appearance during a hearing late Thursday.
Calm down.
No,
Can you please calm down?
Don't tell me to calm down.
Calm down.
Because y'all talk
Calm
noise,
down.
and then you're
out of
take
control.
Because if I
Look,
come,
Chairman,
if I
can
come
we
and
send
talk
take a
about
break
her,
for 5
y'all
minutes?
gonna have a problem.
Wild Republican fans don't know what equality is, and are used to despising everyone but themselves. Crockett also suggested that Greene would probably raise money off the attack because the racists are going to be so happy to give it to her, and noted that Greene has never criticized the appearance of any of her other colleagues. When pressed Friday if personal attacks are fair game after the Georgia Republican ridiculed her looks, Crockett said, "I don't think they've ever been on the table. I think that we have someone who is not fit for Congress that is currently serving that does not adhere to the rules," the Democrat said of Greene. In a Saturday, she warned Greene in an MSNBC interview, "Don't come for me. That is all that I need to tell her. Don't come for me with it." The Texas Congresswoman is now doing her own fundraising for Democrats off her own bad-built butch body response with a Crockett clapback collection of merchandise. Progressive Squad member rep Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez also got into a spat with Greene during the hearing, where she called for the remarks to be removed from the record. In a moment that went viral, Ocasio-Cortez responded to Greene, "Oh, girl, baby girl, don't even play." She said on Friday that it was not lost on her that Greene targeted the only black woman on the committee. Comer has said he was unable to keep up with the members' insults because he has 2 hearing aids and was not able to discern what Greene, Crockett, and AOC were saying at the time. There were also allegations that some members were drinking booze before or during the late-night hearing.
That was all about her race baiting, because I felt like she was launching out at me specifically because of my blackness. I felt like I could not just sit there and allow them to think that they would be able to get away with continually demeaning me and nothing happening.
Marjorie Taylor Greene, a Republican and ardent supporter of Donald Trump, is known for her provocative and often offensive remarks. She has recently been the target of criticism for her attacks on black Democratic Representative Jasmine Crockett. Greene, who has long been controversial for her extremist views and conspiracy theories, has once again found herself in the spotlight after a series of derogatory comments about Crockett. Her statements were seen by many as racist and sexist, aimed at discrediting and humiliating a young political opponent. Crockett, a black woman and a rising star in the Democratic ranks, was targeted by Greene because of her progressive views and activism on social justice issues. Greene has repeatedly expressed that politicians like Crockett are a threat to traditional American values. In her speeches and social media posts, Greene uses derogatory language and emphasizes racial and gender differences, which only serves to increase tensions and divisions in society. Jasmine Crockett, for her part, is not in debt and actively defends her positions, emphasizing that such attacks are not only directed against her personally, but against all women and minorities seeking equality and justice. Her resilience and determination is admired by her supporters and demonstrates that she is willing to fight for her beliefs despite pressure and threats. As a result of Greene's behavior, many analysts and politicians have argued for stricter controls on the speech and actions of politicians who incite hatred and division in society. The confrontation between Greene and Crockett becomes symbolic of the broader struggle between conservative and progressive forces in modern America.
Do have a point of order, and I would like to move to take down Ms. Greene's words. That is absolutely unacceptable. How dare you attack the physical appearance of another person?
Are your feelings hurt?
Her words down.
Aw.
Oh, girl, baby girl.
Oh, really?
The confrontation between Marjorie Taylor Greene and Jasmine Crockett illustrates a deeper divide in American politics, where cultural and ideological differences are becoming increasingly pronounced. Greene's actions to discredit Crockett are provoking a wave of condemnation among both her political opponents and some Republicans who believe such methods are unacceptable in civilized political discourse. Greene continues her campaign by claiming that her attacks on Crockett are based solely on political differences. However, many see racial and gender undertones in her remarks, which serve to increase polarization and distract attention from the real issues facing society. Meanwhile, Jasmine Crockett is gaining increasing support from both her peers and the general public, demonstrating that her political career and beliefs are on solid ground. With political tensions on the rise, it is important that public leaders recognize their responsibility for their words and actions. Incidents like the conflict between Greene and Crockett emphasize the need for a more mature and measured approach to political debate. They also remind us of the importance of protecting the rights of all citizens, regardless of their race, gender, or political views. Thus, the confrontation between Marjorie Taylor Greene and Jasmine Crockett is not just a personal conflict, but a reflection of broader trends in American politics. This case underscores the need for dialogue, mutual respect, and tolerance to bridge differences and create a more just and united society. Political leaders and ordinary citizens alike must strive to ensure that their actions promote constructive change rather than deepening rifts. Only then can we hope for progress and harmony in public life.
Neanderthals are an extinct group of humans that lived until about 40,000 years ago. This is what they look like. This is taken at the exact moment they found out they had herpes. But the Neanderthal on the right, the female, looks familiar to me, right? I mean, yes.
Marjorie Taylor Greene is an ardent fan and defender of Donald Trump, the man who stands behind the thief and protects all his worst secrets. Jimmy Kimmel elegantly teases her personality and highlights her silly behavior through humor. Marjorie Taylor Greene was outraged by revelations that the FBI was prepared to use deadly force in its raid of Donald Trump's Mar-a-Lago resort, and suggested Joe Biden was planning to assassinate him. A new court filing unsealed on Tuesday in the Trump classified documents case revealed federal agents were prepared to use deadly force when executing the 2022 raid. Greene, a devoted Trump ally, reacted to the news furiously, suggesting that President Biden, his DOJ, and the FBI were prepared to kill his predecessor. The Biden DOJ and FBI were planning to assassinate Press Trump and gave the green light, Greene wrote on X Tuesday. I made sure that he knew. Trump apparently got the message, as he fumed at the news on his Truth Social account, writing that the illegal and unconstitutional raid of Mar-a-Lago had authorized the FBI to use deadly, lethal force. Now we know for sure that Joe Biden is a serious threat to democracy, Trump continued. He is mentally unfit to hold office. 25th Amendment. The FBI issued a rare statement stating that they follow standard protocol in the search of Trump's Mar-a-Lago estate. The FBI followed standard protocol in this search, as we do for all search warrants, which includes a standard policy statement limiting the use of deadly force. No one ordered additional steps to be taken, and there was no departure from the norm in this matter, they told ABC News. The former president was at his Bedminster Golf Club in New Jersey on August 8, 2022, the day of the raid. He also sent out a fundraising email with the subject line, "They were authorized to shoot me." Greene wondered where the permissions of the raid would have stopped. Were they going to shoot Secret Service, then press Trump, Melania, and Barron too? She used the news as another feather in her cap for attacking Republican Speaker of the House Mike Johnson. Speaker Mike Johnson fully funded the DOJ and FBI plus new building and tied our hands behind our backs to hold them accountable, she wrote. We have the power of the purse, and Johnson has handed the purse to Chuck Schumer. All of this is unforgivable. I tried to oust our speaker who funded Biden's DOJ and FBI, but Democrats stopped it. She also suggested that FBI Director Christopher Wray and Attorney General Merrick Garland should be impeached.
Files were unsealed in the Trump stolen documents case. They revealed that when the FBI searched Mar-a-Lago in 2022, the agents were authorized to use deadly force if necessary, which is Standard operating procedure whenever the FBI execute a search warrant. But in the MAGAverse, it is a plot to kill Donald Trump.
Jimmy highlighted the stupidity of Trump supporters for whom the standard operating procedure is to target assassination. Isn't that stupid? They're just drawing attention to themselves. That raid on the ex-president's home ended with the FBI seizing hundreds of documents containing classified information. Trump, 77, is now criminally charged for mishandling top-secret documents taken to his Florida estate after he left office. In the former president's motion challenging the legality of the FBI's raid filed in the U.S. District Court for the Southern District of Florida. The filing notes an operation order produced in discovery, which contained a policy statement regarding use of deadly force. The filing says the order states, for example, law enforcement officers with the Department of Justice may use deadly force when necessary. It also says the agents plan to bring standard issue weapons, ammo, handcuffs, and medium and large-sized bolt cutters, but they were instructed to wear unmarked polo or collared shirts and to keep law enforcement equipment concealed. The agents started the raid around 9 a.m. on August 8, 2022, and stayed until around 6:40 p.m. Trump's legal team has previously argued that the raid of Mar-a-Lago was unconstitutional. The ex-president pleaded not guilty to 37 criminal charges in the case, some of which carry a penalty of up to 20 years in prison.
So the FBI felt the need to put out a statement that said the FBI followed standard protocol in the searches we do for all search warrants. No one ordered additional steps to be taken, and there was no departure from the norm in this matter.
It's been clear for a long time, but for the stupid Trump fans, it's worth chewing out that no lethal force was used. Your favorite is alive and well, as you can see. Trump is accused of enlisting aides and lawyers to help him hide the records officials requested he return. Unsealed documents on Tuesday also revealed that Trump's lawyers found additional classified documents in the ex-president's bedroom months after the August raid. The revelation was detailed in an unsealed opinion from Judge Beryl Howell from March 2023, where she found prosecutors brought sufficient evidence that Trump mishandled classified documents. The opinion states that even after the raid, more classified marked documents were uncovered in November 0222 in a leased storage unit, in the office at Mar-a-Lago in December 2022, and apparently sometime thereafter, in the former president's own bedroom at Mar-a-Lago. The judge wrote further down, notably, no excuse is provided as to how the former president could miss the classified marked documents found in his own bedroom at Mar-a-Lago. Earlier this month, Trump-appointed District Judge Aileen Cannon postponed the classified documents trial indefinitely. She cited a number of outstanding pre-trial issues to be resolved.
Fox News alert, a major bombshell in the Trump documents case. The FBI authorized the use of deadly force.
The Department of Justice effectively put a shoot-to-kill order on the corrupt raid of Mar-a-Lago.
So they were, in essence, prepared to shoot and kill former President Donald Trump?
In recent years, the Republican media have played a key role in shaping public opinion around Donald Trump, despite the numerous scandals and controversies surrounding his personality and political career. The constant justification of Trump's actions and decisions has become a hallmark of many right-wing conservative publications and TV channels. One of the Republican media's main tools is to focus on the positive aspects of Trump's policies, such as economic growth and lower unemployment in the early years of his presidency. However, they often gloss over the many scandals associated with his administration and his controversial statements that have drawn criticism both at home and abroad. When Trump faces allegations of law-breaking or unethical behavior, the Republican media is quick to come to his defense. They often refer to such accusations as part of a witch hunt or a political campaign by Democrats to discredit Trump. This gives audiences the impression that Trump is the victim of unfair attacks rather than a politician responsible for his actions. Some right-wing conservative publications are also actively spreading conspiracy theories to divert attention away from Trump's problems. They tend to exaggerate Democrats' mistakes and downplay Trump's shortcomings, thus creating a distorted picture of reality. This approach helps maintain a high level of loyalty among his supporters, despite the obvious problems and failures of his administration. It is also important to note that Republican media often use emotional and aggressive communication methods to evoke strong feelings of support for Trump in viewers and readers. They create an image of Trump as a defender of traditional values and a fighter against the deep state, which resonates with a conservative-minded segment of society. Thus, despite ample evidence of unethical behavior and policy failures, the Republican media continues to exonerate Trump using various manipulation and propaganda tactics. This helps to maintain his influence in politics and strengthen his base of supporters, even if it goes against reality. What do you think about this? Write your opinion in the comments, and don't forget to watch other shocking news on the channel.